Hello everyone, and welcome back to Victoria 3 and our Imperial Austria campaign. Our borders have remained a little bit stagnant for a while now, but our GDP is soaring. We are navigating just by the skin of our teeth difficult political situations, trying to decrease the amount of persecution going on, and while the push for multiculturalism has failed, currently we are trying to enact cultural exclusion. And with relatively high legitimacy, we are going to be pushing through this law, hopefully, sooner rather than later. In addition, we have been able to lower taxes now all the way down to, well, low taxes instead of minimal or very low, and yeah, this is pretty nice. We are losing a little bit of money, but we should be able to recover from that just a-okay, and in the meantime, it is dramatically decreasing the amount of radicals that we have as our standard of living is also spiking. So we're getting some good notes towards stability here and doing the opposite of what Austria did in real life, staying out of horrible, horrible wars and making sure to focus on keeping ourselves together. Now, this won't be a permanent thing. We will be expanding into the rest of Germany. We will form Germany. We will also get some control over Italy and two Sicilies, but before we do that, we need a better fleet. We need a more modern army. We are, of course, rushing for trench works. 4 years left is not that long of a time. We should be able to get it done here pretty soon. Faster if I kept it on 4, but I don't know, even on 3 things can move pretty quick when they do here in this game, and I'll probably oscillate between as time moves on. In terms of goods, it would be nice to get a couple more clothes factories going. This will help keep people happy with us, and, you know, wearing clothes is good. Field hospitals, we're not really going to be using them, and I mentioned this a little bit ago, but there's really just no supply that we could reasonably get for opium. So if we take a look... Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. What I said earlier about things going quickly, we have got a lot of alerts all at once, and that's just on 3. There's about 40 units of opium that we could get off of the entire market. It's just not being produced as much as it needs to be, and if we went over into our barracks methods, field hospitals alone would demand 592 units of opium. Things we just can't make. So before we take on some of the major players, before we do anything like that, my hope is that we might be able to push into Persia. If we could get a puppet out of Persia, we could get their units of opium into our market. It wouldn't be perfect, but it would be something, and that might allow us to then get a little bit better numbers on our casualties. Of course, most casualties still do come from attrition in this game instead of out-and-out fighting. So it would be nice to pass those methods. We just don't quite have the ability to do it at the moment. I am really enjoying just making a whole bunch of wheat farms. I think this will be a really good thing for us, and these 4 pages are all wheat farms, so probably for the best that we got something else on the way, and it looks like dyes are... Yeah, we could get some dyes, we could get some tobacco, we do need a bit more meat as well. Those are all plantations, so that should be fine. Let's handle it in reverse order. Let's get a little bit of livestock going in some of the northern sections. That should be good. Let's get dyes. Niger Delta, nearly full up. Let's go to South Cameroon. Get 15 there, let's get 10 more here, and the third one was tobacco. That's also best in Niger Delta. You know what? Let's go for Celebs. We don't really have much there. And we could get some nice tobacco coming in from those regions. And this will it'll make people happier, it'll make our economy run that little bit smoother. And yeah, I mean, heavy industry is certainly worth building in this game. It always is. But you've got to kind of balance it out just a little bit. Let's build 2 more rails in Styria. We will be expanding the arms industries there. I want my guns to be cheap. Ideally, we want to be exporting, and I haven't really been doing all that much import-export work. It's not my favorite thing. We could be exporting guns, and yeah, I mean, not a ton of demand for it, really. Let's take a look at ammunition. Ammunition should be far higher numbers than guns, which is interesting, but no, not far higher. Export routes, yeah, not a ton of demand for it. I had intended to flood the whole economy with it, but oof. So we got we got another not so great events. Well, I guess no, we're up to 34.7% pass, so that's pretty nice. Trade unions don't like us. Industrialists, oof, that is bad. I want both of them happy. We need to keep them happy. I want the loyalists from you know what? Let's piss off the trade unions a little bit, that's fine. Inefficient agriculture, yeah, we gotta do that. So right now we're getting a bonus from having our industrialists happy enough with us to give us that bonus. And, well, let's take a look, let's show you guys what this is. It's plus 20% capitalist investment pool contribution, which is helping keep us afloat, as that number has dipped down a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe some of their goods have gone up for cost of living. Let's take a look at that, plus 7.6%. Luxury furniture, transportation, clothes, tobacco. Okay, so this is why we need to drive down the tobacco price. Our capitalists are buying cigars instead of funding our factories. Oh man, you gotta love it. The leader of the intelligentsia has passed away, which gives us a new leader here. He does still seem to love us, and he's a reformer, not a radical, which, I mean, hey, that works, that's okay with me. Should be fine. Should be fine for right now. There's not too much worry from that. Let's go back up to 4, and let's just get these wheat farms cranked out, and hopefully try to get to the next checkpoint for cultural exclusion. It's been a while since we've checked on the colonies, and we did have to decrease our colonial investment for the bureaucracy that we lost with the petit bourgeois, but it looks like Pow Pow is still entirely in our wheelhouse here, and yeah, Darul Kutai is going, Fong is going, the French are making more progress than I would like, but we aren't in Scramble for Africa quite yet, and we should be in a fine position when that does fire off, namely 1, 2, 3 positions here, 4th one, I think you need, what is it, 8? Might be, it's either 6 or 8. So we're in a pretty good spot because we have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5 more. We should be able to immediately satisfy the Scramble for Africa as soon as that comes up, which will get us some nice bonuses later on down the line. If we take a look at GDP again, the French are just, I've never really seen this. Usually when electricity hits, what I've seen is that the other civilized nations really struggle with it, but the French economy, I mean, hey, they're putting in some good work, and we're going to have to keep up with them as best we can. Vulcanization does allow elastics, also bicycle messengers. I am hoping to switch to that because we have a fair supply of rubber and more opportunities for it. But let's go ahead and take a look. The textile mills will help with our shortages there. Big commitment for our rubber supplies, though, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And let's go ahead and look at our rubber plantations. Well, where are those? So many different types. Tobacco, bananas, subsistence farms. Ah, here they are. Let's go ahead and get rail for them. And we can switch to bicycle messengers here. And port should go to... Should we go to industrial? Clippers, steamers. Oh, that must be one of the things that I didn't notice at the time. Let's go to extensive military shipbuilding and steamers. We don't have all that many ships, so it won't be that horrible. Dixie voice. Dixie politician. We're not in the US. What the hell? Jesus. Okay, fine. Let's just take the plus 20% and hopefully we can finally pass cultural exclusion. Oof. Investment pool. Base. Okay. Yeah, that's not great. No trade agreement with Great Britain. No, we need to recover our economy a little bit. Having some struggles there. Let's see, what's causing that? Really not sure. Sometimes we might have lifted people out of poverty a little too quick, and because of that, yeah, rubber is really expensive. We also have an inputs shortage for steamers. Nothing's making them right now. There should be something making them. Let's go over into urban... Shipyards. I should be making steamers. No, we don't have steamships. Oh, we don't have ironclad. We can't do this. No. Port has to switch back to cargo port. We don't have a technology to go over to steamers quite yet. So that'll solve some of our stuff. But ooh, yeah, we need rubber. We need rubber yesterday. We need rubber right now. We also need dyes right now. The dye situation is being worked out. But, yeah, this is not great. Rubber, please. Resources, rubber plantations, and just all of these as quickly as we can get them. Even if it slows down the dye a little bit, we need those factories up right now. South Cameroon, just build out all 23. Yeah, fair enough. Just shove those all to the front. Let's get that built. Let's get the rails that will inevitably be needed there as well. Son of a... Making me choose between two people I want to keep them both happy. Decrease the intelligentsia, because we can't afford to piss off the loyalists, and new political parties. That's not great. So industrials have broken from the Progressive Club. That's going to make things more fractal. Right away caused a decrease in our legitimacy too, so you can see the effects just instantaneously on our whole nation. Okay, so we have 68 days until cultural exclusion. We have an election in 153 days. We're getting the rubber situation under control slowly. 815 buy orders, textile mills, and barracks. That should be okay. That should be okay. We need more clothing. We need more tobacco. We need some tea. Really, tea. I wonder... So if you go in here and you take a look at cultures, you can see what goods they really like. Italians obsessed with wine. Oh, that's nice. It looks like our majority cultures don't really have any obsessions, but yep, Polish demand for tea has spiked. That's what's causing that to go up. Hungarian demand as well. Most of the rest of them, I mean, liquor. That's a little to be expected. But I mean, our supply of wine going up should help alleviate that, and we might even be able to sell some internationally. So, okay, we solved the goods shortage for rubber, and let's take a look at what we can export. Fertilizer, nope, not large enough numbers to make it profitable. Not enough for sulfur or lead. Ooh, apologies there for the misclick. Could do fabric, the Russians, but no major tariffs. You know what? Let's make good friends with the Ruskies. Finally, cultural exclusion, wonderful. That's passed, that's very nice, and we'll leave clicking the button for the next time around. So this is all we've got for you guys today. We'll see you again real soon.